Hey Paris, I was propagating cutscene skip. Yo, Zella Versal, thank you so much for the 12-year raid. Alright, just working on GQ submissions. This is take number 5 now. So take 5. Here we go. Oi! It is 3:40 a.m. 3:40 a.m. I am getting tired. Alright, so manual super swim is the first trick of the run. You have to do it to skip the entire outset cutscene. The entire like outset like sequence of like where you like go get the hero shield and like freeze to try to save Tetra and all that. We skip all that by just swimming the Dragoners, and we need to get the Dragoners to get the grapple because it's very broken. Yeah, this requires 200 frame perfect pauses. Go for that. Alright, there you go. Try number 5. Alright, there you go. What's up, Morty? Alright. So, we've reached Dragoners, which houses the grapple in the dungeon. So we're gonna go all the way through the dungeon and get the grapple, and then ding dong ditch everyone. This part of the run is a lot of basic movement, which is rolling. But then after that, the movement's gonna change a lot. Work on the practice. Thank you, Zelliverse. No, I do double tap checks, sir. Dude, the music is so good in this game. It's so, so good. Yeah, I can double tap pretty quickly. Do I tense up? No. Stay relaxed. If you tense up, you'll hurt your hand. You want to stay as relaxed as possible. Yeah, Mato, I don't recommend that. You want to keep it as relaxed as possible. You'll get exhausted if you tense up. Yeah, I know. It's just not what I recommend. Right, lots of just side quests here. Nothing special. Equipping while moving is definitely not very easy. I actually had a little trouble. You gotta equip the letter while moving. You actually don't have to pause to equip stuff in this game. This game and Twilight Princess HD are the only games where you don't have to do that. Where you don't have to pause to equip. What's up, HPR? Thanks for the good luck. Talk to him after giving him the letter? No. I've not used her. Because, after talking to NPCs in this game, you can't talk to them again for a bit. So how's that kill the run? Does Medley not spawn outside or something? Wow, that was pretty good. So then we get the water from the bottle, and then we bomb the flower. Sorry, we pour it on the flower, and then we bomb the boulder. And this is the only way to bomb this boulder, is with this bomb flower. You can't do it with regular bombs. It's just amusing. Super long dialogue? Oh, okay, okay. Posture is extremely bad. Yeah, you might want to work on your posture. NATO, for sure. So we gotta do this dungeon without a sword, which is actually not a problem. I have to do different movement. I gotta use like pots and rocks and stuff and throw them at enemies because I don't have a sword to like knock items out of their hands. So I put the camera in a certain state when I threw that pot so that I'd skip the cutscene of it forming for the first time. Ooh, unfortunate. This guy decided to hit me. If he hits you, it breaks your pot. And it's completely random. You're gonna get lucky. Cool. So, because I was fast enough, I can actually skip a cycle where you have to wait for this pillar to form, this lava pillar. Because that my movement was fast enough. And there I did a frame-perfect roll to jump across this gap. Did not mean to do that. Accidentally pressed the minus button. That switched to gamepad mode. Also, Chucksha, thanks for the good luck on the GG on the record. This is where it belongs now. I guess. I don't know. No, the run's not spliced. Silly. Nice, got the double hit. Really? you go to your room. So yeah, I try to go with like double hits on the enemies, and that allows me to kill them faster. So I don't have to. I can skip a swing when I get the double hit. There, I threw the pillar really far to the left. So I can jump directly to the door. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one of my fastest ever DRCs. Unfortunate. Didn't really get the Bacaman to behave. Also, nice. The sword is in the cage. I've never seen the sword get in the cage. Never seen that. That's so amusing. The sword just decided to clip into the cage. I can't. Medley should have used the sword to break out, don't you think? Alright. So, we get the grapple, and then we save warp, and then, head our way to Forsaken Fortress 1. So, because I have the grapple, I can perform a very broken glitch known as item sliding, which is allows you to do some really crazy flashy movement, where you just kind of, like, zip everywhere. If this is an HD exclusive glitch, then it's very, very useful for movement. It's the most powerful glitch in the entire game. Alright, so we get caught by these moblins. They take us to Forsaken Fortress. And that's important because you cannot get there unless you get caught by a moblin or you go through the pirate ship. And because we don't have a sword, they are designed to throw us in jail if we don't have a sword. And that's a really quick place to encounter the enemy. You're supposed to encounter the enemy swordless only when you're in Forsaken Fortress 1. They'd be like, okay, well why didn't the moblin in DRC throw me in jail? It's because he didn't have a lantern. It's only ones with lanterns. That one did not throw us in jail, or else this route wouldn't work. Like, if he threw us in jail, this route would literally not work. There'd be no way to beat him. I trigger the sword there. Then we're gonna go zip across FF and beat it. So we grapple the Bokoblin to skip the cutscene and the spikes raising. And then we beat him. And there you go. There's Forsaken Fortress. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, ladder skip is I'm not gonna do ladder skip now because I'm just trying to get runs going. So, basically, this, not this cutscene, but the one after is technically skippable. So, there's this glitch called pause storage that was just discovered, and I'm going to show it off pretty soon. Very, very soon I'll be showing it off. Basically, it allows us to skip almost any cutscene in the entire game. And basically, the way you do it is, the way you perform the glitch is you enter a loading zone, and you switch to the option menu on the gamepad screen on the exact same frame that you trigger the load zone, so it's frame perfect. And what that does is it puts you in the option menu while playing, so you can just like walk around and you're still in the option menu, and that allows you to then switch to gamepad, and then you can save warp, which is very broken because you can save warp at any point in the game during cutscenes when you're not normally supposed to be able to pause and save the game. And until you save warp, or the pause overlay is on the screen, you can't see anything. There's literally no way to see anything. And it also only works with Pro Controller, so that's why I have Pro Controller right here. I'm going to be using it for the glitch. For some reason, it only works when you're in Pro Controller mode, and then you have to switch to gamepad to save warp. This cutscene, not this part, but the one after, is technically skippable. But you need to clip out of bounds of Forsaken Fortress 1, and it's very, very difficult. We do end up doing something similar, something like that in the second visit, but it's a lot harder in the first visit because of reasons that I can't exactly explain, but it's a very, very hard clip in the first one, not exactly viable for runs, but you could skip this part of the cutscene. So you'd save warp, ready, right, now. And so, that would save about a minute and a half, because this last part of the cutscene is about a minute and a half. Yes, it is, technically possible, and it would save time, but it's so hard that I'm not doing end runs. And now you'd be like, okay, why didn't you skip the first part of the cutscene by save warping? So, you need to save warp after you get the cutscene flags, and the cutscene flag we need is spawning the boat on Windfall. So if we save warped early, we would not get the cutscene flag of being on Windfall. You don't get it until this part of the cutscene, because that's when it does the map switch, and then it gives you the flags of having watched it. There's a lot of cutscenes that we can do where we just skip at the very, very beginning, and it's very, very powerful. And you'd be like, okay, so why can't you just open the door and press the option button? Well, that doesn't work because you trigger the loading zone too early. So the option press wouldn't, it would go through too early and you wouldn't trigger on the same frame as the loading zone. And you can't press the option button while you're opening the door because the game won't let you. So that you actually have to be out of bounds, and the out of bounds clip is ridiculously hard, so. Alright, so coming up I'm going to be doing 2 really precise fairy fountain clips, though I've practiced them so I should be fine at them. You want to clip it to these fairy fountains to get the upgrades early. You want to get the bomb upgrade and the quiver upgrade, and that's useful for later. Also, Stompy, thank you so much for the good luck. I hope that's enough speed. Not the best speed. Alright. Now I have to do this really precise clip into the fountain. Water is not exactly being nice to me. Okay, I still got it. Nice. Okay. And we have to do the exact same thing on a different fairy fountain coming up soon. So this gives me the bombs, and then I can do the same thing on the next one. And this is supposed to be a windfall because I watched the Forsaken Fortress 1 cutscene. Well, last time I spawned on Outset. And I save warped. Now we're going to a different fountain. This one. Nice! Both first try. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I have the weird split names because, I guess it's a joke. Maybe it's not the best joke. So we're after this, we're going to fix save warp flags, which requires spawning on the King Red Lions. So I'm gonna spawn on the King Red Lions and then save warp to the nearest island. And this only works at Dragoners, like to save warp to the island. That's why we're gonna go to Dragoners. Okay, that was a little. There we go. Okay, cool. So I go in Beetle and then I leave. This puts the boat at Dragoners so that when I save warp to Dragoners rather than Windfall. Or not save warp, void out. So I'm gonna void out. You're like, oh no! Why did you void out? Okay, so the reason I voided out is to spawn in the boat. Once you void out, now you're in the boat. And we're at Dragoners because we want to Beetle. Because we save warp to wherever the boat is. Oh, sorry, you void out, you go to wherever the boat is. And the only place you can ever save warp in the water like this and spawn at the nearest island is Dragoners. Which is spawn very far away from the island. It wouldn't work at Windfall. Just spawn in the boat again. Alright, cool. So now we go to Forest Haven. I'm gonna do the very first cutscene skip of the run. Oh, wish me luck. I'm gonna have to navigate to the Deku Tree blind, and then kill the Chews blind, and then I can save warp and skip the cutscene. So this is the very first pause storage of the run. So let's do this. Alright, so I have to come over here. Alright, cool. So now you can see I'm blind, so I can't see anything. I have to get all the way to the Deku Tree blind. And now I have to kill the Chews. I have to be very careful to not press B in the wrong way. If you press B and the game reads the B press, you unpause the game and you lose the glitch. So I have to be very, very careful. Nice. There we go. So I killed the Chews, and they save warp. And that skips the cutscene. Wow. Okay. Let me check to see what the camera is like. I'm gonna adjust my options if the camera is messed up. Because I was adjusting the camera settings with that. Alright, so that should fix it. I don't implement this in Hundo. I was gonna implement it, but it's rough because like you could skip this with death in Hundo because you have bombs, why you can't do the 90%. I already skipped the cutscene in Hundo. Alright, and then I can skip the last bulb and get the leaf. Nice. Alright, and then we go to Doorclip, which is a Forsaken Fortress. We go to the Forsaken Fortress on the overworld. And then we do Doorclip and then skip another cutscene. And then this is easier in Forsaken Fortress 2, so we will actually skip the cutscene. Well, in the first one, Doorclip is not very easy at all. Where am I? Nice. Good swim. And there we go. So now I can save warp. So that's a spin attack setup. It's pretty easy because you just home buffer and then release the buttons, and it's not frame perfect at all. So it's actually very consistent. But I can't do that on all loading zones. But the reason I did on this loading zone is that failing it loses a lot of time. Alright, okay. So I can't skip this cutscene because if we save warped, we would not go down a Hyrule. The point of this cutscene is to go down a Hyrule. So it's another one of those cutscenes that we can't skip because we need to, like, get to the destination through the cutscene, or else we don't get the flags. You don't get the flags for watching this cutscene until the very end, like, the proper flags. And then, coming up after this cutscene is the barrier skip. So it's actually the main reason this category is so short, that's like less than an hour, is the barrier skip. So it allows us to skip the majority of the game. Normally you have to do a lot of things. So you can go down to Hyrule pretty early. This method that I used, door clip, actually makes me go down Hyrule even earlier. So normally the first trip is supposed to be after 3 dungeons, but we skip all those 3 dungeons by just doing this. And then, after that, you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to go through the barrier. You're supposed to come back and break it. And the flags for breaking it are very numerous. There's a lot of flags required to break this barrier, or else you just can't do it. Now, it's not necessarily flags to break the barrier. The flag is actually the electric lasers going down inside of Hyrule Castle. That's actually the flag for breaking the barrier. The flags required for the lasers going down are many. They're so numerous. And, so we skip all those required flags and all those story things by just skipping the barrier. And then that allows us to also skip 3 dungeons, because those are also required to break the barrier. So, yeah, it saves a lot of time. Yeah, this cutscene gives you the Master Sword, so now I actually have the Master Sword. It's pretty cool. Because this cutscene requires you to hold the Master Sword, it just gives you the Master Sword. And I also got the Hero Shield from this cutscene. Cool, thanks for the items, game. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Bum. Bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum. So is there like 5 cutscene skips in this game? In this route? I think there's 5, right? So Deku Tree, Early Master Sword, and then there's 3 more coming up. There's wait, is it? Wait, is there only 4 cutscene skips? Hold on, no, there's only 4 cutscene skips. Cause yeah, yeah, it's only 4. We skip the Deku Tree cutscene, the Hammerrock cutscene, the Papaganon cutscene, and Ganondorf. So it's only 4 cutscene skips. Okay, it's only 4. Thought it was more for a second, but. Come on, knockback cancel. There you go. So that's frame perfect, but I got it. Line up a very precise angle. And then go through the barrier. Alright, so that is the barrier skip. And then we actually now get bombs, and then we skip the trials, because fighting the trials is very slow. So we just clip out of bounds and skip the trials. But first, we go in one of the trials to get bombs, which is very important for this route. So previous route skipped bombs. This route actually gets bombs for a trick at the very end where you need to damage yourself. So there you go. Now I have bombs, because that's a stagnant bomb drop, and because I got the bomb bag, now I have bombs. 3 items. Nice. So I did a roll clip, which is basically climb up and do a frame 1 roll after being partially clipped out of bounds. That allowed me to go out of bounds, and then I could leap to the loading zone, and we skipped the trials. And then we gotta go get light arrows. You might have seen there I did an option press. That's because I actually had a weird hold target mode on. It's actually an Ocarina of Time in Majora's Mask, but I really don't want that on for this. So I'm going to. I decided to turn it off. Go back to the normal mode for hold target, where once you release ZL, you no longer target an enemy. Oh, this base is always the same. Isn't that amazing? What's up, Symphonia? Alright, then coming up is another cutscene skip. This one's the hardest of all of them. For sure. Because you have to do the side-up setup, and it's frame perfect. So, we're gonna skip watching the Papaganon cutscene by clipping out of bounds, and then performing a frame perfect option press. This one you can't do a spin attack setup for. You have to do a side hop. I got confused for a second. Nah, I got confused. I almost shot the wrong one. It's always the one behind you, but I didn't turn all the way around, so. What am I? That's... Wrong button. Wrong button. We're gonna clip out of bones very soon. Alright, this should be fun. Alright, and we gotta do this frame perfect trick. Got it. Got it, there we go. So that just skips the cutscene. Cool, nice cutscene. Thank you. Good cutscene. Loved watching that one, right? And now we fight Papageddon. Oops. Oh, he is moving like crazy. Okay, one more shot. Okay, whatever. That's a hard phase. That's a hard phase. He can move around like crazy, and it's hard to predict where he's gonna go. Very, very hard to predict where Papageddon's gonna go. Luckily, I got it. The other phases aren't as hard. Second phase, you pretty much an auto-scroller. You go for a cool double shot, known as Crip Shot, after he falls to double hit him, so you skip the cycle. Hopefully I get magic. Nice. 2 magic drops. Nice. Thank you. And I want to get hit. I almost didn't get hit. So I want to get a hit because I actually want to damage down. It's optimal to damage down. And then third phase, you can stop him with bombs, which is really, really powerful. Bombs are really, really good in third phase. I'll go for a quick snipe and then I'm going to pull a bomb. And then I hit him. And then one more bomb. Like that. You want to make sure morphs are not on you. Morphs, if they're on you at the end of the fight, it could screw up the next trick after this. So, I want to make sure morphs are not on you. Yeah, coming up, we're going to skip using the hookshot. So we skipped a bunch of dungeons. You're supposed to use hookshot to get to the final platform, but I don't have hookshot, so I'm actually going to get around that. By zombie hovering, which requires me to go to 0 health, and I can kind of like float in the air, and then I have to heal, and then we're good. That's how we gain height. And I have to do it not once, but twice. But I'm not that I'm pretty good at it, so it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't really be an issue. And then we'll do a cutscene skip after the first one. Alright, let's climb up the rope. We'll do something called chain climb. You skip one of the grapples. Cool. We'll climb up. Make sure I break the warp pot. Very, very important for this, that you break the warp pot. I did not mean to do that. There we go. That's not good. That's really bad luck, unfortunately. Morth decided to go in a really bad direction. But we can back it up. Have to damage down. So I want to get him to the top platform. You really want him to go backwards, but he went, like, directly sideways, so... I can back this up. It won't be a problem. Yeah, this loses a lot of time. If he does this, but it's okay. There we go. So now I gotta get into position. Okay, that's the position. Alright, now I do this. And I'll split here. Alright, and then we gotta do one more zombie hover and we can finish up. Yo, Nacho, thanks for the raid. Alright, finish out. Finish out strong. Finish strong. Here we go, one more. One more zombie hover and we're good. Let's go. One more zombie hover. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Cody. Got this, thank you. Hopefully you get better luck this time than the last one. Holy moly. Do not... Oh, no. Almost fell all the way down. Oh, that was scary. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I got one more. One more morph. Okay. Okay. Gotta get onto the platform, gotta do zombie hover. That's actually probably a fine position. I do not trust that. Alright, then one fight, and we're good. Here we go, baby, here we go, for the world record. For the world record. Let's go. Alright, I have to not die in this fight. If I get hit, I die. My heart's pounding. And there you go, Windmaker HD any percent in 50 minutes flat. New world record. What the heck, dude? What? Oh, baby, alright. And that's my GDQ submission. Hope you guys enjoyed. And end recording.